also some Isais were with them as well. So Ayaz ibn Ghulam with fighting with those people. Then he informed Khalid bin Walid radiyallahu ta'ala an that the enemies are big in number. So I need help. So Khalid radiyallahu ta'ala an, he placed Qaqa ibn Amr radiyallahu ta'ala anhu there in Ain al-Tamar. And he took an army with him towards the Dumatul Jundul. Now, Uqaydir ibn Abdul Malik, he was knowing Khalid ibn Walid very well since the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Now, when he heard about Khalid, that he is coming to Dumatul Jundul, so he said to other chief, listen to me. If Khalid is coming, forget about overtaking him. So just have a peace treaty with him. But they didn't listen to him. Khalid radiyallahu ta'ala an, he went straight to face Uqaydir ibn Abdul Malik, the big shot, and he killed him. The other big army was under the leadership of Judi ibn Rabi'a. So Ayaz ibn Ghulam radiyallahu ta'ala attacked that army from one side and Khalid from the other side. Judi personally came towards Khalid to face him. And the result was known. That whosoever will come in front of Khalid, he is gone. Yes, he is cutting up his ticket. That is just like what? Yes, embark on a journey. Yes, facing Khalid, what it means? Yes, just embark on a journey. Got it? Because Khalid was not to be killed in the battlefield. Why? Saifullah. Yes, the sword of Allah is not going to get broken in the field. Otherwise, that will be a shame for Muslims until the day of judgment. That's why he was crying at the time of his death. He said, title is okay, but their title, yes, deprived me from shahadat in the path of Allah. He was crying for that. Got it? Otherwise, he said that you can check from head to toe, my body from the front, from the back. He said, before Islam, I have never taken any hit on my back. Because he was not turning his back. He said that on my front, you cannot find a place without a wound to the extent of 2 fingers. Got it? My whole body from the front, that is cut it either with arrow or with knife or with sword or whatever. Got it? So when Jodi was killed, so his army, yes, started flying away. So they fled. From the other side, Ayaz ibn Ghulam also defeated the army in front of him. And the leading general on that side was Wadi'a. So he captured him. Now the Iranian, when they were running away, so they entered to their fortress. But Khalid followed them and he entered to their fortress as well. And he occupied the fort. Number 9, the battle of Hasid and Madih. When Khalid radiallahu ta'ala anhu went to Domatul Jundul, so the Arabs from Jazeera, they provided weapon to the Iranians. And telling them, attack Hira. Khalid is not here. So when he is not here, so this occupied area you can take it back very easily. So two generals, Zarmeher and Rosbardo, these are Iranian names, Zarmeher and Rosbardo, they brought their army to Khanafis and Hasid, two places. Qaqa ibn Amr radiallahu ta'ala, he kept half army with him, and half of that he gave it to Abu Ya'la radiallahu anhu. They just go and face them. So Abu Ya'la came in Hasid, he defeated them. And both the generals were killed in the battle, Iranian generals. Now in Khanafis, the leading general of Iranian, his name was Babozan. They were in Qutuz-Zahar. So this army which ran away, they joined them. Abu Ya'la radiallahu ta'ala an, he followed them. When he arrived in Khanafis, so Babozan took his army towards the Madih. Some Arab chiefs of their tribes, they were there. One of them was Huzayl ibn Imran. On the other side, now Khalid radiallahu ta'ala was free. So he divided his army into three pieces. One group he sent to join Abu Ya'la radiallahu anhu. And another he sent to Qaqa. And the third one, he took him with himself. He said to Qaqa and Abu Ya'la that all at once from different direction attack the Iranians. He himself, he came straight. Now all the three armies, when they attacked from three directions, so Huzayl ibn Imran ran away and his army got defeated. Another battle, Battle of Farad. This was a strategic point, defense-wise, because this place is situated on the meeting point of Sham, Iraq and Jazeera. So such like places, always the powers are thinking of grabbing it. Got it? Here there was an army, and that was consist of Arabs, Iranian and Romans. Means a combination of three armies. Sayyidina Khalid radiallahu ta'ala anhu brought his army to Farad. But he stayed on the other side of Euphrates River. So these three armies asked him, if you can cross over the river. Khalid was a strategic general. He said, my nature is like this. When I place somewhere, then I don't leave this place. When I grab some area, I don't spare it. So now I have taken it, so I'm here. And they were aware of Khalid, that he is committed to his tongue. He is not a man of I change my mind. He is not changing his mind. When he says a word, so then he stick to his word. So they said, we will cross over the river to face him there. So they brought an army which was 10 times bigger than the army of Khalid. They attacked the Muslims, but the Muslims fought them wholeheartedly. That at the time of sunset of the enemy army, they started fleeing away. But on their back there was the Euphrates River, so they were jumping into the river and drowning there. And some of them, the Muslims followed them and killed them. And some others, good swimmers, they crossed over the river. In some riwayat, it is said that close to 100,000 people got killed in that. Then Khalid stayed there after conquest for 10 days. And on 25th of Zulqa'dah, year number 12th after Hijrah, he ordered the army to go back to Hira under the leadership of Shajar ibn Argha, radiyallahu anhu. Now this battle broke Iranians. And what Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said as a prophecy, halaka Kisra fala Kisra ba'da. The empire of Kisra will get ruined and then there will be no such like Kisra. The next expedition is expedition of Sham. Iraq was part of Irani Empire, Persian Empire, while Sham was a part of Roman Empire. And they were two superpowers of the time, so they were fighting to grab more and more area, fighting with one another constantly. Both the empires were known for their dictatorship, aristocracy. And as we know and believe that Tawheed or Aqidah of Tawheed does not allow aristocracy. Yes? And the purpose of the Bi'asat of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was to cut off all these metaphorical gods. These are what? Metaphorical gods. And at that time, Kaisar and Kisra both were considered gods. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam himself started expedition against them. The famous expedition against them was the Battle of Mu'tah and the Battle of Tabuk. And right after the death of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Sayyidina Abu Bakr sent the army under the leadership of Osama ibn Zayd. That was against Roman Empire. Now Sayyidina Abu Bakr radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he gave an army to Khalid ibn Sa'ad to arrive in a place known by the name of Tayma as soon as possible. And he told him, when you will arrive there, just wait until my order. But be on red alert for defense, so they may not attack you. Also, the Muslims in the surrounding area, enjoin them with you. But those who have denounced Islam, as in the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they pretended, but they were not. So now they denounce. So be careful of them. And don't enjoin them with you. They can deceive you anytime. So now an army got together there under the leadership of Khalid ibn Sa'ad raziyallahu ta'ala an. But now the ruler of Rome, he played a diplomatic strategy. So those Arab who were living there on the boundary of Sham, main tribes were known by the name of Lakham and Jazam. Lakham, Jazam and Ghassan. So he inspired them to be ready to fight the Arabs. He inspired the Arabs to fight the Arabs. So those people got together on a distance from Taima. Khalid ibn Sa'ad raziyallahu ta'ala informed about that new development, that this happened, that these Arab tribes, they got inspired by them. So now Sayyidina Abu Bakr ordered him, proceed and advance in the name of Allah. So now the Muslims, all of a sudden, they attacked. And they captured their Kent. So most of these three tribes, Lakham, Jazam and Ghassan, they accepted Islam. When the news arrived there in the capital Medina, so Abu Bakr ordered them to strengthen that area and go ahead. So they marched ahead and stationed there in between Ubal and Zira. There was a pastor, Christian pastor. He tried to fight them, but he got defeated. Now Khalid ibn Sa'ad raziyallahu ta'ala anhu, he asked more troops from capital to go ahead. After the death of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the people of Tihama, Yemen, Oman and Bahrain, they denounced Islam. But Ikrama and Zulkila al-Himyari, Raziyallahu ta'ala anhuma, they both went there and they controlled the situation. But they had come back after that. So now Khalifa Abu Bakr Raziyallahu ta'ala an, he sent 4 platoon army under the leadership of Amr ibn al-As, Sharahbil ibn Hasana, Yazid ibn Abu Sufyan, and Abu Ubaidah Raziyallahu anhum ajma'een. He ordered Amr ibn al-As to go through Palestine, and he ordered others to go through Balqa in Sham, but from different direction, and capture every one of you, such and such and such and such area. And Abu Bakr himself, Raziyallahu anh, he was a strategic man. He said that now the Roman, they will attack you with full swing. So that's why you have to enter from different direction. And when you are all separate, so you will depend on your own force, not on the force of other. And thus you will attack wholeheartedly. So now all these 4 armies were all together 27,000 people. The Roman emperor himself, because of sensitivity, he came personally and he stationed there in Hims in Sham. And he ordered his army to get all 4 armies engaged separately. So now furthermore, inshallah, wa sallallahu ta'ala ala khair khalqi Muhammadin wa alihi wa ashabihi ajma'in.